Hey guys, here we are again with another story. Today will be The Berenstain Bears and the Eager Beavers by Jan and Stan Berenstain. It was a quiet, relaxed afternoon at the edge of the forest where the Bear family lived. A little too relaxed, to Mama Bear's way of thinking. Papa Bear was snoozing in his hammock. Sister Bear was playing jacks and Brother Bear was practicing paddleball. "Papa," she said, shaking the hammock, "there's work to be done. The steps need fixing. There's a loose bark around the front door, and we're losing a shutter." "Later, my dear, later," mumbled Papa. Mama looked at the cubs. "And don't you have any homework to do?" "We'll get to it," they said. That's when Sister noticed what was happening across the road. "Look, Mr. Skunk's putting a for sale sign on his house." The Bear family had been pretty nervous when he moved in. Folk tend to be nervous around skunks, but he turned out to be a very good neighbor, and the Bears would miss him. "Who will be moving in?" Brother asked as they helped him load his belongings onto his truck. The house was too small for bears.
"Can't say at the moment, but I've placed it in the hands of Miss Muskrat. She's a very good real estate person."
"We'll keep in touch," called Mama as they said goodbye, as they waved goodbye. "I hope whoever moves in has kids," said Sister. The next day, Miss Muskrat brought a family of bunnies to look at the house. "Bunnies are fun," said Brother Bear. "And they have lots of kids," said Sister, trying to count them as they hippity-hopped about. Oop.
"Nice place,"
said Mr. Bunny.
"but too small for our growing family."
"It would be could easily be expanded," said Miss Muskrat.
"Not as fast as our family."
Chuckled Mr. Bunny as he and his family hippity-hopped down the road. A day later or so, Miss Muskrat brought a porcupine couple to look at the house. They had long, sharp quills and were rather grumpy and disagreeable. Brother and Sister breathed a sigh of relief when they decided against the house and left. "They weren't very friendly," said Sister. "Porcupines tend to be a little prickly," explained Miss Muskrat. Later that week, when the Bear family was gathered in the kitchen, Mama announced, "There's a family looking at the empty house, a couple with one youngster." "Look at those funny tails," said Sister. "I bet they're great at paddleball," commented Brother. "Uh-oh, Beavers," said Papa, "and it looks like they're making a deal for the house." "What's the matter with Beavers?" asked Brother. "Plenty. The hardest working critters known to nature. Bunch of workaholics. They're not called Eager Beavers for nothing." "What's a workaholic, Papa?" "It's somebody who doesn't know how to have fun." "It's also a word made up by lazy folk to put down those who aren't. But be that as it may, those Beavers will be good, hard-working neighbors, and when they move in, we're going over there and welcome them with a jar of special honey." "Welcome," said Mama when the Beavers moved in.
"Thank you very much,"
they said.
"Now, if you'll excuse us, we have a lot of work to do."
"Want to play paddleball?" Brother asked.
"Want to
play paddleball?" Brother asked Junior.
I don't know what it is," he said. "And anyway, I have some homework to do."
"Humph," said Papa. Just as I pointed out. Oh, sorry. Wrong person. Just as I pointed out, said Mama. Good, hard-working folk. Oop. It wasn't long before they had the place sparkling with fresh paint, new trim, and a picket fence. I told you so, said Papa as he and the cubs played a little ball in the backyard. Beavers just don't know how to have fun. But Mama couldn't help thinking, why can't we be more like those hard-working beavers? They seem to get so much done. And while the hard work isn't catching like measles or sniffles, even Papa noticed that the treehouse was beginning to look a little shabby compared to the beaver's house. So he began to do a little fixing up of his own. He repaired the steps, took care of the loose bark, and fixed the shutter. Mama and the cubs were very proud of him. He was proud of himself. Meanwhile, across the road, the beavers had taken notice of the bears.
Just look at that time-wasting Papa Bear,
said Mr. Beaver as he worked on a new bird bath.
Doesn't he have anything better to do than play with his cubs?
But Mrs. Beaver couldn't help thinking, why can't we be more like those fun-loving bears? They seem to have so much fun. As Mr. Beaver watched Papa and the cubs play, a strange feeling came over him. Maybe having fun was catching.
Junior, how about you and me play a little game of checkers?
He said, laying down his tools.
What about the bird bath and my homework?
Asked Junior.
The birds can wait a bit longer for their bath,
He said as he set up the checkers on Junior's table.
And homework doesn't spoil your mood. And homework doesn't spoil your move.
Hey, look at that, would you? Said Papa Bear. I guess those beavers do know how to have a little fun once in a while. The bears and the beavers became friends as well as neighbors, and they learned from each other. The beavers learned to have fun once in a while, and the bears learned not to put off until tomorrow what they should have done the day before yesterday. And eventually, Brother Bear taught Junior Beaver how to play paddleball. He turned out to be a terrific player. Well, that was a lovely story. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. See you tomorrow with another one. Bye.